All Matsuri wants is Konohamaru, and all I want is for this manga to release more frequently. Anyway, let's get into it. Boruto Chapter 19 Review. The chapter opens with an Araya and Shinki flashback, where Shinki infused Araya's sword with his chakra, allowing him to manipulate iron sand through it, like Shinki does. Manipulating sand isn't a Kekkei Genkai, so in theory it should be possible to learn how to control it independently. Although, the Shinki's iron sand is in part Kekkei Genkai, as it also utilizes magnet release, but this scene still suggests that some chakra is more suited towards utilizing or mastering particular techniques. Perhaps this concept could also relate to how a shinobi's chakra ties to their primary elemental release. Another interesting aspect is how long the chakra Shinki infused into Araya's sword actually lasts. It appears to be a permanent infusion, meaning using the sword doesn't deplete the chakra. This has major implications for Boruto's flying Raijin, where he marks objects with his chakra for teleportation. The dialogue continues, revealing that Shinki thinks about Gaara a lot. In case there was any confusion, Shinki is Gaara's only adopted child. Meanwhile, Araya has feelings for Yodo, feelings that will likely cost him dearly, as I've been saying for the past few chapters. The chapter then switches to the fight with Ryu, where Yodo's lodestone technique is giving him serious trouble, countering all of his moves. The chapter features many action panels, but there's not much to analyze beyond that. However, the artwork of Ryu's iron sand is truly amazing. Sarada showcases some impressive fire-style techniques, working in tandem with Mitsuki. Their coordination highlights how much they've grown as a team over the years. Despite their efforts, Ryu easily counters their attacks by turning himself into sand and escaping. While intangible, Yodo demonstrates strong sensory abilities, proving that this team is well-rounded, and I'm confident in their victory. Araya gathers sand and forces Ryu back into a tangible form. Mitsuki and Sarada land big hits, but they aren't enough to take him down, allowing him to escape again. When he returns, he brings Claw Grimes for backup, overwhelming the team. While Sarada and Mitsuki hold their own, Yodo is bitten almost immediately. Araya rushes to her aid, cutting into a Claw Grime, but Ryu seizes the moment to eliminate the Claw Grime along with Yodo's blade, their strongest weapon. This shows that Ryu is a smart and strategic fighter, and the loss of Yodo's blade marks the beginning of the real battle. Interestingly, despite Araya being bitten, she doesn't immediately turn into a tree. This suggests that Claw Grimes need to inject enough chakra into their target before transformation occurs. If the process is interrupted, it stops. Meanwhile, Matsuri is still tweaking about Konohamaru refusing to let her call him Konohamaru-chan. She's jealous of Moegi but can't express it properly. Ada, who is observing, immediately understands what Matsuri is upset about. It's not about what she's allowed to call him, but about not having the same relationship with Konohamaru that Moegi once had. As this unfolds, Ada is relaying everything to Kashin, Koji, and Boruto. The situation for Konohamaru isn't looking great, but Kashin Koji warns Boruto not to rush in to help. I'm curious to see how their dynamic plays out if Konohamaru ends up being devoured, as I suspect. Koji keeps secrets from Boruto, and Boruto knows it. However, if Koji's secrecy results in someone close to Boruto being devoured or dying, I doubt Boruto will take it lightly. From their brief exchange, the chapter shifts to Shinju, where most of the important developments take place. Jura discusses evolution and how it should be the ultimate goal. He claims that human social nature and reason dull this instinct. We could debate altruism and whether it's truly selfless or just another tool for species survival, but let's stay on topic. Jura states that love is the main reason humans go against their instinct for evolution, and that even Shinju are susceptible to it. This is clearly reflected in Matsuri's actions, but I doubt the theme will stop there. I believe the Shinju who will truly embody this idea of love and altruism will be Hidari. Hidari is by far the most interesting Shinju, yet I feel like many people are overlooking his development. His identity crisis, confusion, and seemingly dim-witted behavior are setting him up for a major role. Once all the pieces of information he's gathered start to click together, he'll become a key player. He's witnessed Jura's teachings, observed the altruism of Ino Shikacho, and remains the only Shinju who isn't fully confident in his own identity, which means he has the most potential for unexpected character growth. Unlike the others, who are straightforward in their beliefs and actions, Hidari is still searching for his own purpose. Plus, he's unintentionally hilarious. The conversation ends with Jura declaring that love is dangerous and must be overcome to follow their true instinct. The chapter deliberately cuts to a silent Hidari in response, further reinforcing my belief that he will reject this idea and embrace altruism instead. I expect him to ultimately aid Sarada in some way. This chapter primarily focused on battles on two fronts, while diving deeper into the theme of altruism and love that will be important throughout the story. It ends with Konohamaru on the verge of being devoured by Matsuri. The chapter was good overall, but not much actually happened. The story pacing is fine, but the manga's release schedule is frustratingly slow. We waited an entire month just for another setup chapter, and we'll likely wait another 2 or more months for the fight's conclusion. It's tough. That said, the altruism subplot will play a major role moving forward. I still expect Shinki to be defeated, Araya to die, and Konohamaru to be devoured. However, I don't expect Konohamaru to go down without a fight. He's being severely underestimated on social media. His dumbfounded, Naruto-like personality is portrayed well, but it also makes him seem less competent than he actually is. I fully expect him to activate Toad Sage mode and put up a serious fight. There's no way he'll let Matsuri devour him that easily. That said, she probably will devour him, triggering her evolution, especially considering how critical evolution is to the Shinju's goals. Anyway, that's all for this chapter. Let's see how it all unfolds next month.